good afternoon, everyone. It is Mr. Sunshine, Locksmith, Eddy, coming to you live. And we've got a lot of material to crack on today. Well, you know what? It's Mr. Sunshine. A lot of people wonder what's causing all this. They wonder what's going on down here in sunny South Florida. And they sit there as we ease on down the road. Look at this. Oh, yeah. We're going to ease on down the road today as Mr. Sunshine, Locksmith, Eddy. Cody Martin. Hey, Cody Martin. Cody, you may find your Gregory Scott Ratner. Gregory, I told you last night in the feed with all of what's going on in sunny South Florida, we have an exclusive club right now. That's right, the exclusive club, and it's the Gentlemen's of sunny South Florida. You understand? It ain't no gentleman's club. We're going to go to some strip club and fuck around over there with all that bullshit. We're talking the elite of sunny South Florida. Well, let me tell you something, Gregory Scott Ratner. Without an interview, without being tested, without being interrogated, you automatically, my friend, have become a gentleman's club. You're in the top tier, all right? So, Gregory, Trent, you too, pal. You are in what's called the elite few of sunny South Florida, and that's called Gentlemen. Well, Joanne Kalish. There she is, Denver, Colorado. And let me tell you something, Gregory and Trent and Miss Rivers, if you're gonna talk about gentlemen, Miss Rivers, Joanne Kalish knows it better than anybody. And let me tell you, if Joanne Kalish comes to town, oh, shirts, jackets, and ties, yes, ma'am, may I open the door for you? Flowers, a little bit of Lady Godiva chocolates. You understand? Gregory Scott Ratner, Trent Sturt. Gentlemen, well, as you witnessed the past few days, if the film footage, if you still haven't figured it out by now, when you come to town with Mr. Sunshine, you may have Leo Matthew. You may have Fred Sordillo. You may have Trent Sturt sitting over there. You may have Gregory Scott Ratner over there. We may have Cliff over there. You may have Gabriel over there. Well, synonymous with all of it is the word gentleman. Now, ladies, I know you've gone through life. I know, Miss Rivers, you've been to clubs. You've been out with your girlfriends. You've heard all the stories. You've heard it from one end of that bar to the next. They're God's gift to women. How you can't survive without them. How they're the CEO of this. And how they're going to make everything good. All right? Well, you know what? As you know, Joanne Kalish, as you've traveled the country and around the world, you know, at the end of the day, those guys that claim to be God's gift to women, they seem to come up short on everything they've done. Physically, anatomically, and everything else. They come up short on all of it. Well, Miss Rivers, I know, a beautiful woman like you. You probably, you've been out in clubs, you've been running the game, you know the game, you've been out there with your girlfriends say, hey, come on, let's go, Miss Gay Delane, let's go to the club tonight, let's see what's going on. Well, you say, okay, let's go see what's happening. Well, your girlfriends, they come to the club, you're all sitting there, and you look at the front door, and door number 1 opens up, and here he comes. And you're like, oh, God. And he walks over. Can I buy you a little beer? Well, you know what, Miss Rivers? I already know. You take your glasses and you go, excuse me? Can I buy you a beer? Well, you know what? Joanne Kalish, and I already know Joanne better than anybody. Joanne Kalish would just take one look at him and spit on him as she's walking out the door. All right? Well, Miss Rivers, you may have a little more patience. You're going to say, excuse me, you must be looking for the wrong woman because, number one, Miss Rivers doesn't drink quarter draft night beers, all right? Number two, you're going to come in here looking like some hillbilly Jim walking into this club after 5 o'clock, and if you don't have a shirt, jacket, and tie on and some alligators on your feet, well, then you're looking at the wrong woman. You're looking at the wrong bar, all right? So then, while they go sit down, you're sitting there saying, here comes number two. Now, you know, Miss Rivers, your girlfriends are laughing. They're at the bar on the other end, falling off the bar stool. And you're sitting there second-guessing yourself. What the hell is wrong with me? What is wrong? Why do I attract the hillbilly gems? What? And then all of a sudden, the next guy comes in. Oh, boy. He's got the hair slicked back. He's wearing the Mandarin shirt. And he walks over and he says, hey, baby, you want to buy me a drink? Excuse me? You want to buy me a drink? Well, let me tell you something, Miss Rivers. All right, long before you and Joanne Kalish are going to buy this loser a fucking drink, I got news for you. Right now, Miss Rivers, your girlfriends are hysterically laughing. They're off on the floor rolling. They've got their cameras filming live on Instagram. They're live on Facebook. And you're sitting there like this. Oh, my God. Turn it off. Turn it off. And you know what, Miss Rivers? You're sitting there, why me? Why me? You're ready to pack it up and go home. You're ready to pick up your Chanel bag. You're ready to go home. All right, here's another gentleman, Tony Andolino. There it is. Well, let me tell you something. While you're sitting there, Miss Rivers, while you're sitting there looking up, oh, God. Why me? I just want to have a good time. My girlfriends are all laughing at me. What is wrong with me? Well, all of a sudden, the sky opens up and God himself appears. And he looks down and he says, Miss Rivers, yes, God, it's going to be okay. Because if you go to sunny South Florida, there's a few gentlemen that I have down there. Okay, God. Well, then all of a sudden, while your girlfriends are all laughing, all of a sudden, the door opens up, and all of a sudden, a guy in a suit jacket and tie, all shined up, he walks in. He ain't doing any of this. He walks over to the bar, he takes one look at you, and you've got that, can I have a beer? You're the other guy, hey, baby, you still gonna buy me a beer. You're gonna be going this, get away. Get away from me! Get away! Get out of here! And the guy walks over and he says, bartender, can I have a glass of champagne? And one for the lady. Would you like it? Would you care to have a glass of champagne? Well, all of a sudden, you look up and God says, yes, take the champagne. Well, guess what? All of a sudden, it's all coming. Right now, Miss Rivers, your girlfriends ain't laughing anymore. They're not sitting there hysterically. They're like this. And all of a sudden, as you're sitting there, he toasts you with a glass of champagne. And he says, Miss Rivers, you look very divine this evening. I hope you're having a great night. Well, let me tell you something how it goes down. All right? How it's going to go down now. All right? Well, the gentleman is sitting there and Hillbilly Jim's over here saying, Can I use another beer? Yeah. Well, let me tell you how it's going to go down. As a matter of fact, I'm here at my job, all right? The bottom line, there's only a few. There's only a few that you could call gentlemen. There's only a few that's going to bring you a flower on your first encounter. There's only a few that are going to bring you Lady Godiva chocolates. And at the end of the day, all you guys out there, all of you, I don't care if your mother failed, your father failed, I don't care. If you think you're going to call yourself a gentleman, you've got to prove it to me. Long before you're going to join my elite club, you've got to prove it to me, not only on your Facebook film footage, the way you're handling your wife, your girlfriend, or your mistress, you've got to prove it to me before I can call you gentlemen. All right? So that's the way it's going to go. I'm here Oceanside. We're going to walk in here right now, right to the beach. Mr. Sunshine's tutorial on how to treat the women. Love it or hate it, learn to live with it, because you're either going to sit at home in your underwear watching reruns of MASH with your little dog Fido with you, or you're going to be with Mr. Sunshine and the gentleman sitting there drinking champagne up at the Ben Hotel, okay? That's how it goes in sunny South Florida. Whoa!